Welcome back, Satya Academy. We are working on Anahata chakra today. So opening the chest, the pecs, the underarm, even the tops of our shoulders and back heart, because we give love from the front, but they say we receive love from the back heart. So opening up those wings, the shoulder blades, the scapula. And so let's begin by sitting at the bottom of our mat, toes tucked under, starting to open the meridian channels. And interlacing our palms and pressing up, pressing everything up. Lifting from the ribs, the shoulders, up to the ears. And keep leaning into your hips, sinking the heels down. Big belly breaths. Good, now let your hands open up to the sides, pulling your fingernails back to your ears. Spread your palms as wide as you can. And focus on any tightness you're feeling in the body, which channel it's running through, all the way to your heart. And back to your breath, just start to filter it out. Pushing energetically through the hands with the breath. Good. Now place your palms down, fingertips facing your knees. Untuck your toes and tap your feet out. Let's start to bend our elbows, getting right into that first knuckle crease. And try to keep your thumb active as you open your palm and stretch. One more deep breath in. And all the way out, release. Interlace your palms, tight grip, and just start to make circles with your wrists. Going all the way in and out. And inhale, reach all the way up, hooking your thumbs together. Exhale, bend the elbows, push your hips forward. Inhale, reaching up, keeping that little bit of tension in your thumbs. Exhale, tilt back. So it needs to feel sort of like a teeter-totter with your hips and your heart, because it's the strength in your back body that is supporting this stretch. Good, one more time. And then exhale, let your hands come behind your head, pushing your head back, your elbow tips back, and your heart forward. Good, and as you come to sit, think of that channel from your big toe, going all the way up the front of your leg, up into your heart, your ear, and your right nostril. And then the same through the other side, your left toe, left hip, your heart, left ear, and your nostril. Let's set our intention for our class. As we connect with Anahata, our heart chakra, compassion, forgiveness, and love. And coming on to all fours, let's start to make some cat-cows. thinking of the front heart and the back heart. So as you inhale, push your back heart forward. And as you exhale, push your front heart back. Again, this beautiful seesaw, moving with your breath. And think of the big toe, the front channel. And start to walk your knees back, coming all the way down onto your belly. I just need to put my hair up. Okay, extend your arms out to the side and then looking to your right hand, flip your right leg over. But aim to have your chest more pressed on the ground, so walking the right fingertips away from your body. Trying to push your left elbow into the floor, walking those fingertips out also. And letting gravity naturally open the hips. Maybe trying to turn your right toes towards the ceiling. And even bending that knee. Walking your right hand in. You can try bringing both knees up. Just stay aware of your left shoulder. Good. So as you release slowly, I can show you a little bit better on the other side. Is with your right hand out, have focus on pushing the pinky finger edge of your arm down so that the shoulder is staying open and not turning inward. We want to try to create as much length as possible. Walking the fingertips wide and breathing here. Remember, we're trying to stay long in our spine, so reach for the crown of your head, ground the tailbone towards your heels. And maybe you can bring the left knee up, using your left hand to support. And as you bring both knees, just focus on the right shoulder, keeping it open. And exhale, release, coming onto your belly. And slowly make your way into child's pose. Feeling the energy rush through your arms, your hands, into your heart. Anahata, meaning unstruck. The sound of two things coming away from each other. And as you push up onto your forearms, walking them out just a little bit, we'll start with our palms together. Lift your hips back in space, finding dolphin pose. Now really think of pushing your elbows down and bringing your head and heart forward. Feeling the energy between your hands, feeling them connect with intention, and starting to channel the chi through your body to find that center stretch, right through the shushuma. Strengthening your breath to strengthen the pose. One more deep breath. Exhale, coming down to your knees and sitting in Vrajasana. Notice the subtle energy in your body. Let yourself come back to all fours, stepping into your plank, turning to your right side. Look up to your right hand, focusing on pushing all fingers into the floor, pinky, ring, middle, and index. And as you slowly bring your right arm all the way around, touching the opposite shoulder blade, turn towards the ground. Inhale, lift through the hips, the chest, letting the spine naturally unravel. And then just following that twist as deep as you can go. Using your inhale to expand, your exhale to contract. One more. Exhale. Coming on to the other side. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale. Notice how I'm also twisting with my eyes, creating more spatial awareness. Last one. Coming back to your plank. Good, so coming back to all fours. Place your left hand at the center in the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arm up and let your hips twist all the way. Trying to keep that expansion through the chest, pushing more and activating through the pinky finger. And then start to pull your hips away from your gaze towards the left. Strengthening through that back channel for 3. Activating, staying present with all sensation, 2. Last one, twist a little deeper, engage till the very end. And release, replacing your hand. Inhale, reach up. Letting the hips and everything open with you. Enjoy the stretch first, because we're about to go a little deeper, pulling the hips away from your gaze. Over to the right, push down through your pinky finger, activating the serratus, right here. Inhale for 3, twisting actively through the core. Inhale for 2, and last breath. Exhale strong, and release. Sitting back on your heels, open the knees a little wider. Opening the heels a little wider so that you're trying to sit on the floor. And then grab the fronts of your knees, pulling the back heart forward. And you're kind of using the leverage of your knees to grip, to give a little more pressure. And feel like you're pulling the tailbone away. So we're still making this extreme elongation through the Shushuma. And counter pose, turn inward, still grabbing the tops of your knees, sinking back into the shoulder blades. Good. Now grabbing more by the fronts of your shins. Bend the elbows, pulling the elbows towards the back body, and tilt your chin up for 5 deep breaths. Exhaling counter pose, grabbing the tops of your knees. Squeeze your chin to your collarbone. Uddiyana Bandha, suctioning the navel back on the exhale. One more time, one more Bandha, in through the nose. Exhale fully. And release. Coming on to all fours, push your hips back in space to downward dog. Feeling the energy channel up the feet, Pada Bandha, up into the hips, Mula Bandha, the belly, Uddiyana Bandha, the throat, Jalandhara Bandha, and down into the hands, Hasta Bandha. Good. Coming back into our plank. We're going to try to keep straight elbows and just let the heart drop down and push up. Keeping everything else solid. Like we're doing these mini shoulder push-ups. Creating movement through the fascia. Last 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down into your belly and bring your arms to Sphinx arms. Feeling like you're digging the elbows down, bringing the back heart forward, while also finding a degree of comfort here so that we can train our brain to also enjoy the pose and knowing slowly, slowly we will succeed. Just be where you are. And every so often finding that 1 degree deeper. Let's start to lift our elbows, pushing the hands down into the floor, not away from us, but down and towards. Activating the underarm into your pinky and your thumb. Squeeze Mula Bandha. And let your head tilt all the way back. Last 3 breaths. Exhale, release, bringing your forehead to the ground. Walk your fingertips out to the side of your mat like you're pushing through the ground. Tent the hands. And just let the shoulders explore. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Tilt the head back. Exhale, coming down. Breathe slowly and give yourself enough time at the bottom of the breath to just be empty and push through the body. Inhaling, making space. Pulling up from the hips. Exhale, come all the way down. Leave it to the earth. Inhale, lift up. Channeling through the hands, Hasta Bandha. Exhale it to the ground. Bring the hands a little closer under the shoulders, tucking the toes under. Inhale, lift all the way up, lifting the knees. Bringing your hands towards your hips, lift the heart for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, come to all fours. Sitting back into child's pose. Let your hands rest by your heels. And your shoulders soften on top of your knees. Breathe like the wind. Let your body flow like a tree. And just naturally make space with each exhale. And welcome in love, Anahata. Inhale, bring yourself up, sitting onto the heels, palms facing up. And we're going to inhale with the hands open, exhale, squeeze. Just like that, keep breathing. And release. Let's come on to all fours. Coming back into downward dog. Good. So focusing a little on balancing your core, step your left foot to the middle in the back of your mat. Just start to lift the right heel. Never letting the hips open, keep them squared. And then maybe bringing the left hand up. Okay, let's try the other side. Focusing on Uddiyana Bandha. Recalibrating, balancing. And come back down. Lifting the right leg up again, bend the knee, open the hips, letting everything sort of spiral. And then slowly drop the right armpit down, squaring the shoulders, but keep the knee high. Start to look under your left armpit, see if you can catch a glimpse of your toe. Releasing down, switch to the other side. Letting everything open first. You can feel that sort of pull of gravity transfer into the back foot. And holding that there, start to gaze under your right armpit. Active through the glute. And release. Stepping your left foot to the top, turn to the side, wide-legged, forward fold, grabbing opposite elbows. Let your head hang, using the momentum of your arms, sway like a pendulum. Good. Coming into a wide-legged downward dog. And start to walk your hands over to one foot. I'm going towards my left foot. Big twist. Letting your left hand come behind the waist, hook the inside of your thigh. And then let your right arm grab the left foot there. Bending away from your gaze. Bend the right knee, look up, tightening your grip along the leg. And trying to feel your hips go back in space away from your foot. Remember those opposite energies that are always in polarity to each other. Good. As we transfer over to the other side, left hand to right foot, big stretch. And you also want to make sure that your foot's never collapsing. So you see I corrected it there, pushing into the baby toe and activating my knee. So I'm pulling up and feeling like your toe is gripping into the floor, picking up a little pencil. Finding my grip, starting to bend. And finding that way to engage actively in your hand while letting all the muscles back here relax and get a nice stretch into the fascia. Good. As you come to center, letting your hands come where the toes are, so they should be in about the same starting line. Push your hands down to the ground, feeling like you're trying to bring your head forward through the arms, the elbows, and just lean into your toes a little more. So if you're about this far from the ground, try bending your knees to make that connection. Oh, I have a bun there. Not ideal. And then you have another point of contact to sort of open the heels a little wider, not the toes, and push into your head. And from here, you can maybe transfer the weight and tripod headstand, or even balancing your knees on the elbows. Everything is there as an option. And inspiration. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, high. Exhale, lower chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. Good. And as we walk our feet forward, coming to the top, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bringing the hands behind the back. Inhale, lift, squeezing the shoulder blades back. Find a little bend in your knees. Just keep opening the heart. Lift as high as you need to until you feel that heart open and sink the hips down like chair pose. Pull your head back, your heart forward for 3, 2, activate the arms, pull them off the lower back. 1 more deep breath, stretching the body and fold forward. Now, if you can lock your knees out, just concentrate on leaning into the toes so they're not locked out. They're actively pulling the quads up, pulling into the waistband, pulling the heart down. Take a few more breaths, letting the head relax as much as possible. Exhale, let the hands float down in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Now notice you want to inhale, halfway lift, just so we're not too dizzy, giving the blood a chance to come back down into the heart. And inhale, reach all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Pressing your hands by the side, Tadasana. Bring your big toes a little closer together. Pushing your heels, Padabandha, into the earth. Finding the root down through the foundation of the floor, the rubble, the rock, and down into her nucleus. Visualize this cord tethered from her soul to yours. And breathe up through the feet, out through the hands, the heart, the head. Channeling the chi, the prana, and the elements of the earth. Breathe it in. Feel it heal you. Feel your shoulders relax and your heart crack open. Let your jaw soften. And inhale, gather all that energy up. Exhale down into the earth. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, channeling the field back down, creating a toroidal field. Up through the feet, down to the earth. Good, opening the feet a little wider. Inhale, reach up, bringing the hands to prayer, and squat all the way into Malasana. Still feeling the back heart reaching forward. The energy in your hips. In your heart. In your hands. Feeling the channels open through all your limbs. The most powerful prana of all, the prana of love. Let's reach our right hand back and then our left. And just start to tap one knee at a time down in front of your mat. Good. Can you do them both at the same time now? Beautiful. Now looking to your right hand, make sure the fingertips are facing back. Bring your left hand to your heart. We're going to push the hips up and follow that all the way through, trying to reach your left hand towards the ground. Good. Breathing here for 5. Equal energy through both your feet. You can even try to make sure they're not sprawling out too wide. 3, 2, 1. Breathing in. Exhale, bring your hips all the way down. Switching over to the other side. Right hand to your heart. Inhale, lifting up. Pushing through the hips. And breathing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Taking your fingertips to face your bum now. Bend your elbows. Trying to squeeze them towards the back of your body. Bring your feet just a little bit away from your bum and start to lift the bottom floating rib up. Letting your chin lift up and lifting the hips. And focus again a lot on that pinky finger. Trying to feel like you're turning your hands like a doorknob outward. Using all the bandhas in your hands and feet. Activate and grip down. Last 3. 2. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, coming down. Let your feet open into a diamond shape and just fold your head in between the feet. Feeling the back heart open in between the shoulder blades, everything just melting down the arms. Let them feel extremely heavy. And just breathing into your little cocoon. Feeling all the prana of Anahata running through your body. Good. Starting to sit up. Just find a cross-legged position. Closing down the eyes. Let's bring our hands to our shoulders, thumbs in the back, fingers in the front. I'm going to inhale left and exhale right. Focusing on the receiving and giving energy of the feminine and masculine, and opening up those channels from Ida to Pingala. Just keep breathing, following that tempo, letting yourself get lost in the rhythm. Let any sensation that arises, the sankharas, the stories, the discomfort, allow them to arise and dissipate with the breath. Beautiful, we're nearly there. Focusing on your bandha and the activation in your abdomen. Keeping your asana with the elbows up, chin parallel to the floor. Last few seconds, almost there. Feel the touch of your hands on your shoulders guiding you to rock. Giving yourself energy and support. Your body is a mudra, a conduit of energy. Everything is for a reason. Finding your last few breaths. Powerful. Inhale. As strong as you can, pull it up to the center, lifting the elbows. Mahabandha. Release your body posture first, and then your breath. Good. Now just listen to your body, whatever it is asking for. Let it move intuitively. Just small, subtle expressions moving deep within the core of your energetic anatomy. With your emotions, with your breath. Feeling them all interweave together. Good. And as we come to this next one, I want you to grab a pillow. Something that will just support your hips a little bit. I'm probably even gonna double this. Just then reach back and grab your feet. And using that little bit of a wedge to help keep your chest up. Now I want you to hold this as long as you can. We're aiming for 1 minute. Just keep breathing. Finding your bandhas, your locks through the body. Ujjayi breathe. Slowly releasing down. Coming all the way back onto all fours. And all the way back to a forward fold. Feeling all the energy in your sacral move up to the heart. Transmuting it. Letting go of the need of having to rationalize and deeply understand. And trust that your soul knows and has evolved. And you can let that story go. Rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Slower than you want to. Allowing each part of your spine to stack on top of the next. Inhale, reaching your arms up, gather all that energy. Bring your hands together. Bring them down into your heart. Feeling your heartbeat, Anahata, Anahata. Slowly bring yourself down onto your knees. Let your hands rest on your hips. Holding one hand in the other. And let's just quiet our mind as we listen to our heartbeat. Anahata, Anahata. And let your breath wash over you. Feel your breath as the wind, connecting you to everything and everyone. Anahata. Slowly shifting down onto your bum. Walk yourself out so you can lay down all the way to your back. And keeping your hands spread wide, palms facing down to help stabilize your shoulders. Let your knees rock back and forth. Letting any residue just shake away. Cradling the body. Good. Now bringing your hands down by your hips. Slowly lift the feet overhead into Halasana. Pinky fingers reaching to the ground. Gently trying to wrap a bit more onto the traps. Good, and maybe it's an option to come to Karna Pindasana, letting the knees collapse by the shoulders. And then letting your hands support your low back. Lift the feet up into your shoulder stand. This is actually one of my favorite poses. Good, and we're going to try to slowly unroll, letting each vertebrae connect. And kind of thinking of this as like a forward fold, keeping your legs really close to your torso. And letting your feet float down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Laying down on your mat. And just letting everything open. You can let your feet come to Supta Baddha Konasana, letting your hands rest over your head. And let your left hand rest on the right. And just practicing that receptivity with your feminine. Feeling that safety in your own touch, your own presence and essence. And letting your arms come a bit more to cactus. Bring your left knee over the right and just find a twist. And I always try to think a little bit of like a cat-cow spine, just feeling like I can move my hips and that all the fascia is lubed up. Let's come to the other side, making sure you pop your hips a little to the right, right leg on top. Good. Coming back to center. Let your feet open a little wider, as wide as your mat. And just give yourself a big hug, tucking your fingertips underneath the shoulder blades. And opening up fully into Shavasana. Letting the heart space surrender. Wrapping the shoulder blades back one more time. Finding some comfort and stillness in the pose. And breathing in. I am love. That's all. That is your mantra for this meditation. I am love. Mm-hmm.